morning, everyone. My topic is the brief history of a company. First is the Fidelity Management. Fidelity Management is the one of the world's largest provider of financial services. It's a business entity within the family of the company's makes. Has a functional organizational structure but relies heavily on a time-based approach to achieve the operational excellence. Founded in 1946, 74 years ago, the company was founded as FMR or the Fidelity Management and Research by Edward C. Johnson II in 1946 as a mutual fund company. Fidelity Fund was established in 1930, investing in speculative stocks. In the early 1950s, Johnson hired Jerry Chai, a young immigrant from Shanghai, China. Chai started buying a speculative stock like Xerox and Polaroid. His performance in the stock market gained fame among investors. In 10 years, Gay grew the fund's assets increased. Johnson III takes over from the Johnson II as the CEO and the President. In 1972, Johnson III rose to become the CEO and President of Fidelity Investment, a position previously held by his father. He took over the leadership at a time when the markets turbulent and investors were among to more speculative investments. Fidelity Investment Operation. Several businesses with the main one being a mutual funds and brokerage services. The company Fidelity Contra Fund, the largest non-indexed mutual fund in the United States with over a 107.4 billion assets. Fidelity assets under the management of climbed 26% in 2019 to a record $3.2 trillion, which helped boost revenue to $20.9 billion and operating income with $6.9 billion.
Hi, I'm Judy-Ann, and I would be discussing how the previous process of Fidelity. First is the product service development. They develop strategy, conceptualize plan in designing, improving technology and requirements to identify and achieve goals. Next is advanced quality planning. Standardization. To keep the continuous improvement, they assure that the standardization in every area be their advocacy. And the prime is developing associates and creating environment that foster employee engagement and FWP culture of continuous improvement.
I am Michelle Oliveras and I will be reporting the implementation of the tools and techniques used for quality improvement by the TheASQteamExcellenceAwards competition finalists. Implementation of the tools and techniques used for quality improvement in Fidelity-wide processing bulk shipping process management team. FWP established a cross-functional process management team to identify and to address problems. After the implementation of this team, the team then starts to find the problem and establish projects for improvement. To identify the problem, FWP reviews key performance metrics that were aligned to their business model. While monitoring, it was evident that there was room for improvement, showing that productivity and unit costs were below goal and it can be improved. And problems were also identified such as increasing rate of dissatisfaction due to increased overtime and shipping costs. The root cause is the inventory slotting strategy and the high percent of non-value added functions or activities in the packing process flow. The problem in this flow is that multiple scans were required, there were duplicate efforts, and QC process is manual and unreliable. This resulted in high percent of 79% of the packing time. The root cause were identified and validated through the use of different quality tools such as brainstorming, Pareto diagram functions based on distribution of labor and variance from standard time studies, process flow to identify non-value-added activities, histograms, and work session completing a 5 why analysis with associates. The team prioritized the root cause based on the impact to the key metrics and the ease of implementation. Solutions are: after identifying the root cause of these problems, the process management team completed a wide variety of ongoing activities to identify and test potential solutions to the identified root causes, simulating picking process for various slotting strategies and estimated order assembly percentage for each strategy were used to develop solutions.
So, my name is Maria Eliza T. Orpilia, and I'm about to share with you the results after the implementation of the tools and techniques used for performance excellence. So, in the ASQ Team Excellence Awards, these are the examples of some finalists. First, we have the Fidelity Wide Processing Bulk Shipping Process Management. So, after the implementation of tools and techniques, it resulted to the shipping costs were reduced by 20%, productivity improved by 30%, and unit costs were lowered by 36%.
DynMcDermott is founded in the early 1990s. DynMcDermott Petroleum Operation Company was founded in the early 1990s as the wholly-owned subsidiary joint venture between the Computer Science Corporation, or also called the formerly Dyn Corporation, was created for one purpose: to successfully manage and operate the United States as the Department of Energy reopened competitive bidding for the contraction in 1992. In the middle of 1992, Dyn-McDermott submitted the first proposal of Department of Energy. The SPR contract was held by BM Petroleum Services, a subsidiary of BM Corporation, which operated SPR through in 1985 to 1992. McDermott determined the second and third Department of Energy implementing and empower inherited, including: first, an improvement environmental, safety, and health management program, a new focus of continuously quality improvement, an internal performance or self-assessment program, an improved employee recognition and reward system, and an improved employee training and development program. McDermott is considered as one of the top performing federal construction by Department of Energy, and its only company in Louisiana to win the Project-Based Louisiana Quality Award in the 3 times yearly in 1996, 2001, and 2003. The event of all supplementation, interruption, and following an order from the President of the United States, the SPR is poisoned to distribute the crude oil, is one of the most important value creation processes and is known as the drawdown. In the year 1944 to 1999, 4 years, McDermott provided the list of some of the many awards and the certificate. McDermott recognized that it is earlier, more traditional, functional approach to management systems to provide a limited understanding of the relationship that are required to a creation a high-performance organization for their company.
Next is the previous process of Dyn-McDermott, the measurable system. First is the leading KPI indicator is a measurable factor that changes before the company starts to follow a particular pattern or trend. Leading KPIs are used to predict changes in company. Measure is generally used by financial institution to validate what is the ability for a company to meet its current obligation. Next is the business process analysis. It's an analysis method that helps to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of a process. It assess how well the process achieves its goal. Next is the help of dashboard. Provides real-time result by extracting value from all your data you collect. Lastly is voice of the customer are indeed important method for Dean McDermott to use as a techniques for their business to describe the needs and requirements of their customers. This process captures everything that customers are saying about a business product or service and packages those ideas into overall perspective, and the brand companies use VOC to visualize the gap between customer expectation and their actual experience with the business.
Implementation of the tools and techniques used for quality improvement in DynMcDermott Petroleum Operations Company. The Vehicle Accident Prevention Team was chartered to develop strategies to reduce vehicle accidents. Problems or challenges found in DynMcDermott Company. DM found that implementing measurement and analysis was challenging because the first implementation was not enterprise or system-wide. So they started to focus more on measurements that will benefit the organization as a whole, not just as an individual. DM also found that traditional functional approach to management systems had provided a limited understanding of the relationships that are required to create a high-performing organization, and it also limits communication among the employees in the company. Solutions. In order to create and relate strategies from the new process, they made use of the following. First is the system thinking. It provides a discipline for understanding the whole picture and interrelationships rather than things, foreseeing patterns of change rather than static snapshots. This type of thinking requires both careful analysis and creativity and insight, and the ability to make judgments about a host of challenges that can't be reached through analysis alone. Linking system thinking to a closed-loop management system ensures the strategy and operations are aligned and support the objectives and goals. They also made use of the three strategic approach or management system, which is also called the three pillars: the worker, the public, and the environment. DynMcDermott's three-pillar approach has allowed it to manage the SPR to meet its customers' primary need by providing a level of operational readiness that exceeds even the requirement. Next is the Human Improvement Program, a program that significantly contributes to error reduction, accident prevention, and performance improvement. It is a program of reducing human errors and increasing workforce performance by identifying the error precursors and latent organizational weaknesses that provide an opportunity for workforce failure or accidents to occur.
Next, you have the Dean McDermott Petroleum Operations Company. The result of the team's activities were the rate was reduced from 5.6 vehicle accidents per million miles traveled to 1.8.